I wanted to touch on something you were saying, Ernest, about, because I think one of the problems is, globally is the climate change. Like, we're all fucked if we don't fix this. But I think that politics in general, and I agree with everything you said about, there's something that helped you specifically. It's very rare, really, that some policy that especially the president does affects someone's life directly. It's usually these wedge issues that have nothing to do with anything.
Minimum wage, federal minimum wage.
But that doesn't affect you. That's or me. That's what I mean. It doesn't, like, it's not a thing that, what affected us. The
affects
thing
me so much. I have a kid.
I know, but
I have a young person.
But what affected us is when the student loans became tax deductible, which happened during Clinton years and wasn't before that. That was a thing that was like, we're giving you back. But climate change isn't that. They're not going to do something for climate change that we're going to see in any visible way. And I think that's the problem with that specific issue, is that, like, okay, I'm going to recycle, but where's the tangible thing?
I want to say something.
Yeah.
I understand this. Sometimes I think there's tangible stuff that we don't even know is tangible and where it's coming from. Because the communication around something like the infrastructure bill, which was a huge, big piece of legislation, the communication around that was so bad. And so sometimes it's just about illumination through communication. And so that's something that, that can be worked on.
But I think the problem is the Democratic Party, because now that I think about communication, is the person you have.
Yeah.
Biden was not well. He's not well. And when you have a leader that is well enough, right, to be able to go out and really push the agenda with a level of confidence and rigor, you'll never lose that communication. Like, the reality is that it's got to be the messenger. The leader has to lead.
Yeah.
And so it's only so much the comms department can do. It's only so much that, press releases and stuff can do. But you actually have to have a strong communicator, a strong messenger.
Yeah.
That's why Merrick Garland failed, ultimately.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't stop thinking about him while you were talking. Yeah, this man, Greg and I were like, just talk to us. I don't care if you're just communicate, just talk.
No,
you can talk without compromising anything. You're just have an open channel. This is a big thing we're going through. We have we've arrested more people than everybody has ever arrested for a single crime. This is the biggest crime that's ever happened to this country. Right? The scale of it, the amount of people involved, it is all criminal. And we're continuing to push forward. And just so everybody remembers, that's what we're looking at here. And the amount of resources we're continuing to garner for this effort, because this crime was committed on all of us individually and collectively as a nation. And so, because we're all citizens, right? It was about throwing away my votes. So, which is the most precious thing I'm given as a citizen, right? Is my vote. Right. And I need people, and especially in law enforcement, to make sure that is protected for me as an individual and protected for the nation. And that's what it was. It was an attack on that. And so we need the protections to come in. If that communication had just been that and continued in that vein in a regular manner, not only would we have had an accelerated, justice wouldn't have been just so lagging, but there would have been calls and momentum of things from doing things to actually protect our votes that could have happened even legislatively. So that was just left blowing in the wind, like a lot of other things, and to our detriment. Here we are. So, yeah, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn from this moment.